Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program stream. This stream, unlike our previous ones, we're actually going to be starting a new campaign, or a new save, on career mode. I was feeling that the last ones, well, the sandbox one was fun. It did feel a little bit easy. Thank you for the follow. It did feel a bit easy, and I kind of missed the challenge of especially like early mid-career mode. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's get the flags up. And so for difficulty, I'm just going to leave these at default, but get rid of decline penalty because we don't want to do any kind of boring contracts on stream. We're going to have no respawn, no stock ones. We will allow other launch sites because that can be fun. And then in advanced, we're going to go... let's see, we will let Kerbals level up. We will have part limits, crossfeed rules and all that. Action groups are a nice quality of life, so we'll be going with those. And let's see, we will need signal for control and plasma blackout. We'll set these all to 1. I believe that's it. No, there was one other thing. Science rewards. I'm going to set science rewards on this to 50%. So we're going to have to do twice as much science to progress through the tree. Because obviously it's not a much bigger tree than stock, so it's going to, burn through it pretty quick. I mean, I think you can complete most, if not all, of the tree on default without leaving kind of the Kerbin system. And we want to have to do that. So this will give us more time around the mid-game to actually kind of use the slightly gloobier engines and whatnot. So yeah, let's go through it. Or I could just click the wrong button. Sorry. Let's try that again. Yes. Yeah, that one there, that one there. My apologies. Pressure limits, crossfeed, action groups, control, 1 and 1. We won't have extra ground stations because I do want to have to set up a relay for probes. Also going to be playing with the two kind of self-imposed things of we'll be playing with the two career mode you'll still need relays if you have ground stations. Well, yeah, but as in that way we'll need relays for more local missions, because otherwise we'll only get you can get out of range in ground stations in low orbit. You can, but just that way, even if we have, it kind of adds the need for a low curve in orbit one, especially early in game, because otherwise we can just put an antenna on a probe and get enough range of it in low orbit without a relay. Okay, so here we are. So yeah, no science, no nothing. Yeah, let's get started, shall we? What was I trying to say beforehand? I'm sure it will come back to me. All right. Oh yeah, sorry, the two self-imposed things. So the first rule is on a flight with only Kerbals, with Kerbals on it at all. I'm not going to allow reloading, like quick saving, quick loading, to save their lives, if there's Kerbals on it. So, that way we'll have to do rescues and stuff if we mess up. And it will encourage using probes. And the other one, it's not really a difficulty rule, but if any of you want, you can just ask and I can name a Kerbal in game after you. Just, let me know in chat what you want your Kerbal's name to be, and if we have multiple unnamed Kerbals, what role you want them to be. We won't be changing their stats or anything like that. But yeah, all of the Kerbals, even Jeb, can be renamed. Yeah. Right, let's do the obligatory first hub. thank you for the follow. So we're gonna have 1, 2. We probably want 1 in flight. Okay, that should be good. And I've learned my lesson with this one. Jeb is only used for piloting a crewed why can't I speak today? Jeb is only used for piloting a crewed solar impactor. That's so real. If you weren't here for the like collab stream that Donut and I did, it was like a competitive career mode as to like who could do a moon landing first. And this first flight with Jeb, I may or may not have forgotten to deploy the parachute at the apoapsis, and so by the time it was coming down nose first, and too fast to deploy the chute. So we didn't have a Jeb in that playthrough. Jeb lasted 2 minutes of real time since the timer started. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. We live and we learn. But you know, that definitely didn't happen. There was never any Jeb. Stop asking. All right. Okay, R1. Let's get Bill in this. Sure. Observe. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do all that. We're gonna do all the kind of regular science that we'll do at the start, but we won't get quite as much as we'd usually get from this. So, you know, we might have to go around a bit of the space station or just launch a different direction. I don't think it would be bad enough that we'll need to grab like all of the, not space station, all of the KSC. I don't think we're going to need to do that. But, you know, you never know. Okay. I'll grab Bill instead of Bob. Okay, well, if I haven't launched, I'm going to let myself revert. Let's actually make sure we have the scientist on board instead of the engineer. There we go. And it doesn't need that. Okay. I need to accept some contracts as well, don't I? Those are quite important. Because that is basically where we're going to have to get all of our money from. So let's grab this one and this one. Alright. I'll just launch it from there so I can make sure to take out that thing. Okay, Bob's already in there. Nice. Alright. So once this loads in, once it, you know, there we go. Okay. So first we're gonna grab a crew report, and then we're gonna get Bob on EVA, get us an EVA report. You can remove your helmet for now. Take data, store experiments. Let's run a mystery go. Collect data and restore, and then store experiments. Hang on, I'm trying to get one where it's where we're technically flying. Oh, okay. I mean, not that far. Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. We'll just recover that and try again. So I wanted to get flying over the Kerbin shores, but we can't EVA him in flight, so that's fine. So we'll get a little bit of science from this, but you'll notice it's still. Oh, it is actually enough. Okay, we could actually have our first flight be a bit better then. Let's go grab a thermometer. Sure, that will get us more science. All right. So we go, yeah, thermometer 1 and 2, because this should be enough for flying over Kerbin's shores and flying over. What? Oh, I'm stupid. These should be enough for flying over Kerbin's shores and flying over the sea, or flying over Kerbin's water, I think they call it. Observe, log temperature, and in this one we'll get them to do a crew report. And have I still got Bob in there? Yes. Awesome. Okay. Let's launch. So yeah, these two what are they called? Temperature gauges should be good. They'll give us they should give us a little bit of science, enough to kind of we should be able to get the atmosphere on our next launch, I think. So log temperature, and then we grab that, and then we hop out. Oh, there you go. I do have free IVA, so and this cockpit's a little small for it, but we can we can have a little crouch around, look around, all of that. Let's get Bob back in his seat though. All right, and for the first time, let's launch. I mean, it's not really sure what to expect. Okay. And so we're going to need to deploy this once we're kind of not going particularly fast. Otherwise, we might be in for a bit of trouble. Let's see how far we go, because I don't know if we'll reach the upper atmosphere, but it'd be worth... Is it 10 kilometers, or... Nope. Nope. Okay, it's not 10 kilometers. Just check out the very top of our... Okay, well, we got Kerbin's water now. There we go. And there's our parachute, so we don't just die. Should be. Up through one of those volumetric clouds. And there we go. Okay. Alright, so we'll get landed, and then we can grab the science from the water. Oh, we lost the fins. Oh well. So let's go grab the goo from the water. And then roll over to the side, I think. There we go. We'll take data, log another one from the water, do an EVA report, take more data from the capsule, and then we're gonna go crew report from the water. Okay, there we go. So that there should be enough to get us at least one more mod. I'm thinking a couple techs. It won't be too much because again we have reduced it by 50%. But yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. So we actually, this is interesting. So we'll have to choose. I mean, we wouldn't be going for survivability anyway. And this, I believe, would give us, yeah, our heat shield. So we can, that, more science. I mean, you know, we got to do that, right? So let's go grab all that. Okay. Well, that should be a couple of the contracts completed as well. Yep. Awesome. So we're gonna grab we can grab a few of these little test ones to get our money up, but we're kind of fine for money right now, honestly. Yeah. I mean, none of these kind of pay a lot, and like, you know, testing at the launch site, I mean, I guess this would give us rep, but like, if they'll give us, sure, if they're gonna give us reputation, we may as well grab them, right? I'm actually going to upgrade. What would be the best one to upgrade? I mean, this one would give us bigger rockets, but I think we're right on the size of them. Being able to EVA would be very nice. Be very nice, actually. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Let's also grab... So hang on, so we have at the launch site, landed at Kerbin. So we're going to do a couple of these part tests, because once we've got the part test done, we're going to be able to, let's just, so it was Pug, and it was, what was the other one? The Heat Shield 1.2, okay. So activate it through the staging, and then run test. Okay, easy peasy. Alright, let's just do this test. Because this should, maybe we might have to do a couple more, but should give us enough to upgrade the admin building, or the, sorry, mission control. Because having a better mission control means we can actually do contracts as well as like the world firsts. Because you can't really do a lot with only two contract slots. There we go. So that's one. How much did that give us? I'm sorry about the delays in loading. Okay, so we'll have to do one more at least. But, I mean, we can go... Oh, we do get a... Okay, we actually get a nice advance on this one. Okay. So we'll grab these ones, because they don't expire anyway. And then we can actually use that to upgrade this mission control. Okay. Test it landed at Curvin. I mean... Okay, we just make a 29-part rocket and stick that on the back, right? Yeah. Alright, let's, where are we at? Let's go make us a, at least a suborbital rocket. Who knows, maybe we can go for, maybe we can go for a orbital one. I do kind of want to use an onion. These ones are fun. And they make the rocket very easy to upgrade because, you know, you just replace it with the bigger version that has more crew but weighs a bit more. So we're gonna need to put a parachute on that, and then that's kind of it, right? Yeah, because when we decouple it, yeah, okay. The ball capsules are very unstable without a fairing. That is true. We don't have much in the... Yeah, you're right, we don't have much in the way of stability. My beloved ball capsules. I'll wait until we have at least, like, better stability before I use them. Oh yeah, they also, yeah, don't have reaction wheels. That, you do raise a good point there. Okay. As much as I love the balls, the ball capsules, I think it's better to, yeah, I think you're right. Let's see. If we get like a couple, I guess, drogue shoots here, and then we can keep the science. Go like that, maybe. And that's kind of stupid. I love it. Alright. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll go one here, one here. Yep. And then we're gonna put one thermometer here and barometer here. We'll do the same here. So one barometer here and one thermometer here, and that should keep it balanced, more or less. So we can have those ones activate first. Wait, hang on. I don't need. Why do I don't need an inline one if I have a. There we go. I mean, I can just do like that, right? Let's just do that. There we go. No. There we go. Alright, with that done, let's go, grab the black one. Sure, that looks nice. Are these not staged? Huh? What? Okay, hang on, that just seems a bit bugged. Let me try that again. I mean, I don't think we're gonna need a radial, but, you know, it's not like it's a bad thing to have. I can go like that, I guess. I'll just grab two. There you go, that should be good. If I actually put two of them on there. Oh dear, okay. Well, we got that out of the way, so let's grab a... Sorry about that noise. Let me put that plug down. Let's grab I did grab a decoupler, and then we're going to do the engines. So I guess having, how many parts have I used? Because I don't get that many, right? Yeah, 30. We can do a little bit of higher stage things. Yeah, sorry about that gong. I have my mic on a boom, and if I put anything, or kind of if my table makes a noise, like if I knock a plate or something, so my plate was still there from breakfast, then it sounds like a gong. So yeah, sorry for hitting you guys over the head with a pot. I understand that can't be very fun. Yeah. Deary me. So that should give us, how much delta V does that give us in a vacuum? A kilometer. Okay, that's nice. A kilometer per second. And so we don't have the sideways ones. So I'm gonna have to like chain a few of these together. And I want to save like 5 parts, I think, or at least 4. That's the wrong area. Looking at that. Okay. Aha, and I don't get auto strut yet. That's right, because auto struts only unlocked when I actually get struts. So that's something I'm going to want to get pretty quickly if you know, if we're to what's the word I'm looking for? If we're actually to get the space program working. And sorry, do bigger rockets. There you go. That's the words I'm looking for, because otherwise we have wobbly rocket syndrome. Okay, well, rigid attachments on for everything, which helps a bit as far as I'm aware. Because yeah, at altitude this has a TWR of that, but obviously in vacuum that's, yeah, 1-to-1. And then we're gonna want a, I guess, a swivel, right? Because it's, yeah. Get a swivel. Wait, which ones? Okay, so they're jettisoning that. Okay, it's all good. A swivel with how much? 2. Okay, that's a good thrust weight. And then this one here has 1. Okay. But we do have enough to kind of go, we have the parts to do this. Where are we? Do we have, no, maybe we don't. No, I don't think we do. And we do, it's just gonna be draggy. You know what, this is enough thrust. I think we should be fine here. I mean, this will make it to space. It might not make it to orbit, but that's fine. We just want to make it to space for now. So let's go grab some fins. Especially to help us control that lower stage. I do kind of want some, but I'm a bit worried about it. I mean, let's see, right? Thrust there. When we stage this, I mean, I guess that doesn't, that would help it, right? Although, you know what, that should be fine. The wonderful, I didn't see that. The wonderful boom mic that she has no issues with. Yeah, it like occasionally I've had it fall. It falls off about once a month, and it upsets me greatly when it happens. I need to make that triplicate instead of quadruple. Actually, I can make it both triplicate. Everyone knows using SAS and draining all your power with one maneuver is real Chad power. Well, absolutely. I mean, these aren't even maneuvering ones. These are just so it doesn't fall over. Boom might need a bit of a strut. Yeah, I need to enable auto strut on my mic, clearly. All right, let's get rid of these, and then I have 1 part spare that I want to use to test the TD12 decoupler on the launch site. Yeah. I didn't even know these had fairings. That's kind of neat. Oh, I can make this. Let's make it yellow and white. And then we'll just go regular white Stroud for that. We've got to make the rocket look pretty, of course. And offsetting, my fins have 4 on the bottom, 4 more higher up in the middle of the other fins helps somewhat. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of as many parts as we can use. This decoupler here is just for the contract. So that will be gone pretty quickly. Let me just make sure this has rigid attachment. Okay. Okay, this should be our R2 rocket, I think. Let's go get Bob in here, and let's see if Bob can reach orbit or at least space. And so it was test it, landed at Kerbin. Okay. I don't know what I'm fiddling with here. Stage correct, stage correct, stage correct, stage correct. Okay. And we don't obviously need... Oh, can we EVA? I think I did get the astronaut complex upgrade, right? Yes, I did. Okay. So I think we should be able to EVA. That's good. That's good. So I will in that case give Bob equipment to not potentially die if re-entry fails. And maybe even save the science. Alright. And yeah, this won't be a super long stream today. Probably, it won't be like 5 hours or anything. Because I do have something I need to do later. But, you know, it's, it'll go for like a couple more hours maybe. Alright, well with that done, oh that's right, I don't have any SAS. Well with that all done and out of the way, let's grab, I don't like how it's swaying in the wind, but that's fine. Let's grab this launch pad pressure data. And let's go. So we want to be doing a gravity turn. Okay, here we go. Alright, so low over Kerbin, we're going to want to grab this pressure data, flying at Kerbin, and then we're going to get one from the lower atmosphere as well. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little thrown off by the controls, but we're fine. And there we go. This should be, yeah, this is a lot more controllable now. So let's see. Obviously I don't get any Kerbal Engineer readouts because as much as I love that mod, they're disabled until we get a better like tracking center. So instead I'm just gonna have to go purely off like guesswork, you know? We're definitely going fast enough now. I'm gonna wait till we're a little bit higher in the atmosphere before I get stuff done. Log pressure, and so log pressure, log thermometer, log goo. Okay. And that should get us out of the atmosphere. And we won't be fast enough for an orbit. So let me just make sure our periapsis is high enough to actually leave the atmosphere. There we go. And then we're just gonna burn and see kind of how much we can keep. Okay, so that's yeah, that's a bunch of records. We got all of those contracts done. Okay, you know what? It's probably a bit low, but let's go quickly grab that. And let's grab Bob could take risks too. Bob's not Jeb, but Bob can certainly take risks. Such as getting off the rocket while it's still in the atmosphere. Clearly. Alright, let's take that data, store those experiments, and we'll go back on board. Okay. All that done. We still have enough electric charge, which is nice. We're not about to run out. And we are officially in space. Let's try to preserve this a bit longer by just burning. Prograde. And then once that's done... Yeah, there you go, this will prolong it. But once that's done, that should allow us to have enough time to get like all the experiments done in low carbon orbit that we want. So let's grab that, let's grab that, let's grab that, and let's grab this. And then we'll just need to do an EVA report and collect that for the re-entry. Yeah, not a full orbit, but we should have some, we might even land on land. Have I got EVA report? Not from space yet. Just waiting till this burn's complete. Okay. Now with that done, we do have all those reports to collect. So, EVA report, and that's right, it's on a biome basis, so maybe we'll overfly another one. Sadly, I find on most suborbital ones, we don't end up getting to overfly multiple, just because it usually ends out that the, like on a suborbital flight, you kind of have the KSC and then a lot of ocean before you reach another biome. I mean, we'll see, but that's looking like it's in the atmosphere. Alright, we can, that's all empty, so we can ditch that. Get ourselves ready, pointing, retrograde. Okay, well, with all those ready, I think we can, I think we'll be able to, so let's see, so what have we got? Atmosphere, from just above. Space near Kerbin. Okay. Alright. Yeah, let's, I guess it's time to walk down then. Yeah, we won't be in space above, above the orbit, sadly. Or above the, not the water. Though we might have a non-water landing. Perhaps. That's all the same from upper atmosphere. Wait, there's... no, we're probably going to overshoot it. We came in very shallow. Which is fine, you know, it happens. Alright, let's see. Let's watch Firefly kick in. There we go. I'd love to see that. Absolutely. Woo. Well, let's hope I don't burn off the mystery goo. We're still in upper atmosphere. This will still be above the water, which is fine. That's fine. I don't think we got one from flying above Kerbin's water, like, at low anyway. At least on the, atmospheric one. All that stuff burning off. Alright. So yeah, had grabbed stuff from upper atmosphere. Are we still in? Aha, here we go. So, flying over Kerbin's water. Got that one. We don't have this one yet. And then I think we also do have the mystery goo. We do, but we can grab another one because it's mystery goo. I think on these I probably don't need the drogue chutes, but you know, they're nice to have. It's never like, you know, if we're landing somewhere high, it's just nice to know that we will slow down enough. Yeah. Let's set this altitude to like 600. So that way we actually have enough, that way we're not waiting for quite as long. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so you can bob, EVA, grab all that, lovely. Take that data, store those, and then it was just this, yeah, that's right, because I got the extra from that. We'll take that, and we'll put it in. Which one was... Oh, mystery goo flying at Kerbin. Okay, already got that. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, let's see. Everything survives that landing. Awesome. Okay, and then let's grab a, let's grab, oh no, we already have that. What do we want to grab? It was, I believe, a mystery goo, because we'll get a little bit of extra, and then some pressure from the water. Alright. And there we go. That's our first suborbital spaceflight. Not enough delta V, and frankly, not a very good gravity turn to get us out of there, or into an actual orbit, but it was a bit ambitious to want that thing to get into an orbit. And we got a lovely, look at that, 69 science. So we got a lovely bit of science there. We'll just recover that debris as well. Let's see, anything landed at the... Nothing landed at the pad. That's fine. So we could go for stability for some radial boosters. That would be quite nice. Obviously, general rocketry, it's nice to have better fuel tanks. That is probably what I want to go for. In fact, that is what I want to go for. And then we have enough to grab one more. So we can either go for this stability and have, like, radial decouplers. We can go get... Well, we don't particularly need SAS. I don't think this unlocks any... Oh, it doesn't. It unlocks the Science Junior. I mean, we want to go for that then, right? So we can have more science. And yeah, we still can't upgrade the VAB, but we can upgrade the launch pad. So we'll do... We don't really need to upgrade the launch pad yet, but we'll do it. We'll do it. Okay. Well now, let's go grab any more contracts we'd want to do. 110 to 300 at 600 meters. I mean, that seems reasonable, right? Maybe. Maybe. Like, that's kind of just a bit tricky because it's so specific. On an escape trajectory with a swivel is kind of not great. Yeah, very high suborbital trajectory. Again, nah. And that's in like a decently, or like a medium orbit. Let's just try to get ourselves into an orbit, I feel. Because later down the line, some cool contracts appear, like the ones to put yourself on bases and stuff like that. Those ones are fun. Sorry, to make bases on planets and moons and whatnot. Because otherwise you don't really have a reason to make colonies. But obviously if you're getting paid to do it, you know, why wouldn't you? And then let's steal this capsule from the R2 actually. Let's put a Science Junior on it. And then we'll do all that. And now we can actually spread this out a bit more. Have like that down there. Oh, maybe a little higher so it doesn't splash down. This down here. Did I? No, it was level with that. This here. I guess this like that. And we'll go the same here, this like that. And then we could just have these two radials be in a normal position. There we go. Okay. Well, with all of that, we should be able to... Like, I could put a... If I had a fairing, I'd consider putting a probe here just so we can enable SAS, you know? But that's fine. Soon we'll have a bigger probe anyway, we can just shove a pilot in there. I mean, we could do a service bay. Actually, a service bay wouldn't be a bad shout. Because then we can put everything here inside it. So that we don't have to worry about parasitic drag. I quite like that idea. There's one. And we'll just go get, and I'm not using symmetry on these thermometers because I want to assign them to action groups. so that they can just automatically, or I can have them trigger when we, you know, reach a new state. I mean, do we even need multiple? Probably not, but in fact, no, we wouldn't. We wouldn't. Because we can reset them, and we've kind of got all the basic stuff. So I think we'll just be good to just do like that, maybe. And then set that to observe, log, conduct, and crew report. Mystery goo. Yes, Maria, mystery goo. Whatever could it be? Okay, so now we'll go, I mean, I did quite like having that single pug, because that was pretty nippy, and it gave us a lot of delta V for such a small engine. I mean, like, I could make it a bigger one. Like, maybe this one, right? Which would give us a bit more delta V, but it also, like, slows it down quite a bit. I mean, having that much more delta V is pretty good, though. I reckon. Does this have a, this doesn't have an alternator, does it? Yeah, that's right. Okay, well, that's something to be mindful of. I think we upgraded the launch pad so we can afford to have a bigger rocket. We just can't do many parts. So, how many are we at right now? 14. Okay. And we don't have... Yeah, we don't have radial decoupling, sadly. But we can go... Let's see, we had... We'll do 3 here for a swivel. Yeah. I think. How much... Hang on. At sea level, how much does this give us? 2.8. Okay, that's good. That's really good. And that should be enough that it's a thin enough rocket we won't need upper stage parts. And then I think the Reliant's better, right? Yeah, the Reliant's a better, like, thrust engine, but obviously it doesn't have, what's it called? It doesn't have, gimbal. But that's fine. Because... In fact, I could go... Where are we? Could do like this. No, I realize what that's going to look like. You know what? I think we're good on that front. I'd rather not. This will be a bit tricky as a lower stage, just because it's not got thrust. You know, it can't gimbal. But I feel... I want to say that it's got enough... It should have enough... How many parts? We can fit 2 more. How much thrust is that? 1.49. Okay. I want to say that it's got in... I mean, I could put these on, right? How much burn time do these have? 42 seconds. And then this is 51. I mean, that's like... wait. Or... No, that just makes it too tall. How much delta V if I had this instead of this as the stage? 838 versus, how much was it? 870. So it's kind of similar. This is obviously bigger and cheaper. Does it have gimbal? It does. Ooh. You know, I might run with that actually. I think I will. Yeah, I'll run with that. So then I'll need some fins on that stage. Or this booster. I don't think this is... I think this is less delta V than the other thing overall, though. And how many more parts do we have? What's the mission today, Commander? The mission today is... What, we've started a new career mode. So... What we're doing is we're trying to get into orbit for the first time. We're playing on 0.5% science, because I wanted to add a little bit of, I guess, kind of make us play the mid game a bit more. That's not correct. That should be there and there. This should be here and here. This should be here and here. Okay. Alright. Does that still have a TWR above 1? It does. Okay. Alright. The R3 rocket. This is going to be interesting. Might have a bit odd stability at the start. So I'm actually going to make sure that I have a bot set to deploy the chutes, deploy the radials, because then I can just manually stage the main one. No, I'll deploy them both. Deploy the chutes and activate this decoupler. Okay. So this is our R3 rocket. This is the goal of this orbit. I won't be terribly, like, I won't be crying if it doesn't make orbit, but it would be nice for it to make orbit. So, what world first milestones have I just done? I did a spacewalk. Okay, that's nice. Alright, let's go. Oh, I probably should have taken monopropellant out. Oh well. Bring some monopropellant back home as a souvenir. Alright. This is a very, very tall rocket, but we don't have any thin parts, so yeah, let's just go. This does have gimbal, so we should be... This first stage has gimbal, and the second stage has fins to keep it stable, and gimbal. So we should be alright in that... Oh no, this stage doesn't have gimbal, but it has fins to keep it stable. That's very wobbly. That's a very wobbly rocket. I'm, okay, that's fine. We don't have auto strut unlocked yet, so it's kind of to be expected, right? Though it's not ideal, it's, it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, it's gonna get less wobbly as we go up, right? Because it'll have less parts to wobble. There you go. So there's... If that one's being steered only by the pod's SAS. Which means this is just gonna have the trajectory of a ballistic missile. We'll see how much we can do before it starts kind of being too much. But we do have a swivel to correct ourselves, so this should at least help us punch through the thicker layer of the atmosphere. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna ditch that. Okay, this is not stable at all. Okay, this needed, That's fine. That's fine. Okay. That's alright. We have a parachute. In fact, that's what this button exists for. I forgot to do the material studies anyway, so let's get some material studies done. Oh, would you look at that? Science. And yeah. Let's go land. Oops. Okay, so that might have been a bit optimistic for what we currently have. But that's fine. It's all fine. I think we need to go for a slightly less tall rocket. Or at least one with... I think we're going to need one with gimbal. Or some kind of, like, maneuvering fins. Which I think we might have enough science... Or no, we need like 20, won't we? Or like 15. Something like that. Once we land, we can sort that out. This morning I put a satellite within 500k of Eve and did a magnetometer report at like 400 science. It was insane. Yeah, like some of those late game parts or some of those like later game parts, and just like doing like EVA science is really good, but just like once you start getting out into like the other planets and stuff, you get so much science. It's insane. Yeah. Okay, well there's our landing. Bob can get out, can collect data, restore that, and then conduct it again. And I think we should be able to gather a little bit more from the mystery goo. 0.1, okay. Alright, well that's fine. Let's recover. So not every space flight happens perfectly, and that's why we make sure what we have can abort, because otherwise we're in for a bit of trouble. Like, that's why if I make a space plane, the test is gonna be unmanned. 18 science. Is that gonna be enough for it? Ah, just enough. Okay. This doesn't give us controlling fins, but it does give us like a little bit of, well, it gives us decouplers so we can make better rocket shapes, give us nose cones, all that lovely stuff. Okay. So let's do that again, and this time let's not have a disaster. So the R3, not really a success, although I will probably still keep this upper stage and make I mean, okay, this honestly, this seemed fine up until here's where we started running into issues, but this would be fine in the upper atmosphere, especially with like a few basic fins, right? Like there, just so they don't smack our Kerbal if he has to jump out. But so then going down here, how many parts do we have? We'd want at least 3 more for so we'd want at least 3 more for this. So we have 5 to work with. I mean, we can go like, or 1, 2, 3, 4. We could do like that. Put 2 of those. Put a coupler on it, and then we wouldn't need these, right? In fact, I think if we get this into the upper atmosphere, we won't need the fins up here. So let's just go get say another swivel, because I think swivel is what we're gonna need here. And then we can actually go for like 2 more. No, because we will need, no, we will actually need, okay, 44 seconds. That's very similar to this, because these burn for 42. So that's like 2 seconds of parasitic drag, I think, which should be fine. So we can go with that. We can go kind of chuck on some fins. We can put on, since this is the same stage, we can actually put on one of these. Yeah, okay. And then we have 1 more part, so we can actually go grab another engine here and make that a boat tail, so it looks cool. Okay. Like it could be better. It could absolutely be better. It could also be a hell of a lot worse. Let's get rid of this monopropellant before I forget. Because we don't need monopropellant here. I mean, like, this is not good, right? But it's, like, it's fine, I think. It might be fine, I hope. Who can say? Who can say? I guess I'll get a dark one there. Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah. Alright. That, obviously it is alarming, right? But, you know, a 66-second burn time, because that's 66 now, isn't it? So I'm gonna need to make sure that, let's see. I'm gonna need to try to get these down to a 66 burn time as well. So let's just add a thrust limiter. %, maybe? 61, 62.5. No, 65? 64. There we go, okay. And then we put both of those on, and they should have... There you go, comparable, like a decent TWR, all that lovely stuff. This stages, this will have a good TWR. This stages, this will have a not good TWR, but it doesn't matter because that's orbital. Okay. I'm going to call this the R3A because it uses the same upper stage as the R3. Alright, same, we still have Bob. Okay. Let's launch. We could honestly use one of the other launch sites. We probably should, because right, we could collect science from it. But I'm not too fussed about that because we can always do that later. There are also some unlockable launch sites that I want to go to, but you actually have to like make your way to them. Like you have to fly to them. I know the closest one is like here on this little cove here. In fact, I think you can maybe see it. No. Or is it this one? Well, regardless, on one of these little coves, there's like a cove launch site that if you fly to, you can. It's got like a little ramp that goes into the water. It's still a rocket pad, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. Well, without much further, let's grab a material study from the Science Junior, since we're on the launch pad. Collect data, restore. And I think I can probably grab another one. Probably squeeze a little bit out of this mystery goo, right? Yep, 0.3. I mean, hey, we'll take what we can. Let's get back in. And let's send it. I'm just gonna rotate so that I can actually, just, you know, I don't have to be tapping A and D, but it's W and S instead, so it just feels like it makes a bit more sense to control. Since we do want to be going with the rotation of Kerbin. Okay, this seems like a more reasonable to control ascent vehicle. Yeah, I feel it is. Have I tried Kerbalism mod? No, I haven't. I'm a little. I'm not quite good enough to be going with a bunch of like realism mods and anything like that, because I would get it handed to me. I would absolutely get it handed to me. It's definitely something I want to try out in the future, but not quite. I don't think I'm quite ready just yet for that. Okay, this is not stable necessarily, but we just want to get out of the atmosphere right now. Okay. Some say I'm newbie. I mean, that's not a nice thing to say. It's true, but it's not a nice thing to say, you know? Colorism is fun in games unless radiation is a thing. That's true, yeah. I've got, yeah, at the moment oh, we've just killed Jeb. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yep, that happens. Okay, mystery goo, crew report, materials, atmospheric temperature. Okay, so we do have a couple things. I'm just burning like this so that we keep some stability in the atmosphere. But now that we're out of it, yeah, Bob can actually no, we want to circularize first. I know it's more efficient to burn apoapsis, but I don't know how long it is until apoapsis. Actually, no, we have quite a bit now. Let's just keep burning. Crude water impact, I fear. Oh dear. I did a dual orbit for around 30 minutes around Jewel and my entire crew got fired. Yeah, I mean, that sounds accurate. I mean, as far as I understand it, like, Jupiter is radioactive as hell, so doesn't surprise me that Jewel would be too. Let's see, 128 seconds. I should have enough Delta Beta. I mean, yeah, that periapsis is raising. I can probably just speed it up a little bit. And, oh, here we go. And that is a stable orbit around Kerbin. Would you look at that? Contract complete and everything. Yeah, achieve orbit. And another. Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. So that's going to be a bunch of extra funds. I mean, look at that. Yeah, almost 200,000. I don't think that's enough to upgrade the VAB off, but we should get, maybe we'll recover a bit more from, I think when we accept a new, contract, we should be good there. Okay, so I want to, still above the water. I mean, we can go grab some more stuff now. I can also go to a high Kerbin orbit, because we do have the Delta V, I'm fairly sure for that. Conduct material study, collect, restore, keep, observe, keep, collect, restore. Log pressure, we already did all that. Okay. Collect, restore. Alright. Take data, store data. Okay. Oh, this should be above not water, so we should, yeah, there we go. Oh, it's only 4 science. 4 science is 4 science. Okay. Let's see, so we'll see if we can get a high Kerbin orbit, to do some science. Let's go. Just make sure we keep enough Delta V to get home, though. I think that'll be enough. Okay, let's do the science. We're still near Kerbin. Okay. Well, in that case, let's wait till we get to the lower part of our orbit and go a bit more. It's like I could look it up, but I don't think it's worth looking up. Like it's not major enough, and I feel it's easy enough to do. Why are you here? Why are you in my map screen? Good heavens. Move over there. Thank you. Okay, well that should be enough to get us the thing that we need now. Let's see, what do we have? High over Kerbin, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we grab an EVA report and we collect all that. And, okay. Collect data, restore, take, collect, restore. Oh, wrong button, but that does the same thing anyway. Did I get an EVA report? I did. Awesome. Alright, we got any new biomes that we're going to go over on this pass? Before I kill our, oh, it's the dark. I want to kind of land, I want to make sure that we land somewhere in the, Okay, so our orbit's not going to land somewhere in the day unless we make it. So let's make it. Because I don't want to have to deal with a nighttime landing. Nighttime landings are just not all that great. Really. I don't know that I want to do a... See, I don't want to risk landing on the mountains. I'm kind of worried about that, because that's never really a good thing. I mean, if we see ourselves landing on the mountains, we can just parachute Bob out before he hits the mountains. It might be quite a high re-entry speed, but that should be fine. Although we might have missed the mountains. It's hard to say. I guess we'll see as we go in. Let's just point that way, and we'll head on in. So, do we have anything above Kerbin's border? Anything else? Above Kerbin's shores? Did we get that one? We did. Kerbin's shores still. Kerbin's grasslands. There we go. That's probably as good as we're gonna get. Let's head on into the atmosphere. Oh, I think we actually hit the water here. Okay, that's nice. Let's try to point this way though, so we don't become like a like a merv. That something's ooh. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. That's not good at all. Oh no. Oh no. So, I think we learned a valuable lesson. Okay, I think we re-entered way too steep, and yeah, Bob died. Damn. Okay, well, we're gonna have to plant a flag somewhere in his memory. So let's head to the let's go replace him. Well, while we're at the astronaut center, if anyone wants to name the new scientist after themselves, just ask in chat. We'll name a Kerbal after you. And maybe you won't suffer Maria. Okay, there we go. Maria Kerman. Let's hope Maria doesn't suffer the same fate as Bob. Okay, let's go astronaut complex. We want a scientist. What is this? Only a male. Only a male scientist. Okay, we got anyone else? Grab a female engineer to name Maria then. Okay, so who were? Yeah, Bob Kerman dead. Who did we hire? So it was 52k first hire. Is that normal? I believe so. Yeah. Oh, I didn't actually check how much we just spent. That's kind of concerning. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we won't be upgrading anything anytime soon. What's our next mission anyway? I mean, we got to do another orbit, right, to get to retrieve everything. Explore Kerbin. Return to Kerbin from orbit. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We can try this one, right? That seems reasonable enough. Because it's, that's just haul a parachute. We have a parachute on our stuff anyway, we should be fine. Okay. So, since we have a, does anyone want the male engineer, the male scientist named after them? Since our I don't know, our astronaut center's misogynist and doesn't have that unlocked. Didn't have a female scientist. And in the meantime, it was, who were our Kerbals? Our new ones? Maggle. Okay, well, Maggle Kerman can become. What the hell is going on here? What? I'm just gonna Just gonna exit out of that. That GUI just bugged itself out. Name them Mellow. It's got to be someone in chat, doesn't it? Unless Mellow's here in chat. Okay. Well, Maria Kerman is not very courageous and quite stupid. Oh dear. Dearie, dearie me. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, McBall. Okay, we have McBall until someone wants a male scientist named after them. Our brave Kerbonaut boldly going where one has gone before. Okay, and for this one, I'm actually going to move the decoupler and all that. I think we don't really need landed science right now. We need to return safely from orbit. So what I'm actually going to do is put our heat shield and decoupler there. So that way if we do return from a high orbit, you know, we can just be safe. Though I don't think that's going to be a concern this time, right? Because I think this time we just won't come in from such a steep angle. But it never hurts. It'll be more stable that way as well. Okay. Well, with that absolute mess out of the way, let's be the R3B. Let's launch McBall into orbit. Yeah, sorry for recreating that that one Soyuz mission. Or was it Vos? One of the Soviet missions. I'm sure Bob was warning us on radio about that the speed of that that entry. We just ignored him. All right, let's go. Oh, not quite that much though. We just want to turn that much. Yeah, there you go. That's good. And let's make sure we have the maneuver mode active. And with this stage, we really just want to punch through as much of the atmosphere as we can. We just want to get we want to get high, or at least like up to a good periapsis of like, say, 30, and then we can just start evening out a bit. Yeah, so we didn't actually do that one. We were too fast. We'll do that on one of the next missions. Something maybe less, I don't know, just with a worse TWR. This is too high though. I needed a more gradual gravity turn, I feel. Okay, well this should be alright. I think we just go like this, right? And then we just kind of warp a bit. Oh, I forgot to do all the science in at the pad. I would have to do that next time, I suppose. So that's from upper atmosphere. Let's also grab oh my goodness. Let me just slow down our rotation a little bit. There we go. Now I can go grab this. All right. Let's see if we can still make orbit with this. We have some kind of issue with this, don't we? Why is this? Okay, it's like pitch is, it's like our pitch is, yeah, there we go, okay. I'd accidentally must have set some, what's it called? I think I set some, I trimmed the rocket. That's what I was doing, and so it just started spinning. There we go. Let's get out of there. Let's get into orbit. This might not make orbit because I think I chose a pretty bad trajectory. I mean, it might, right? Maybe. We might dip back into the atmosphere briefly. No, I think we make it. I think we have enough TWR to make it. It'd be so much easier with, some sort of, you know, some sort of, SAS. And let's just get that, apoapsis nice and high. Okay, well, we're actually in an orbit now. Oh, and we have the SAS, yeah, lovely and high. Okay, that's good. So, let's go grab, let's just do this. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Okay, we don't need any of that, actually. So we grab Mystery Goo, and we grab the Science Junior. But it's feeling very familiar. How strange. It's like I've done this before, but I can't figure out why. Oh well. What a weird feeling of deja vu. Anyway, I'm sure that will be the last fatality we'll have in this whole space program. I'm sure there won't be any more from poorly timed re-entries or just design flaws in a craft, you know. All that's lovely and jolly. See, we're about to be over the shores, which is where I want to grab a the next report from. Because we didn't actually have one from above the shores just yet. We should be there in a sec, I feel. Shores, there we go. Okay. So now, let's go into into the height of the orbit, which I think was like here, right? Something like that. Is this high enough for, Yes, it is. Okay, and then we grab an EVA report here. And, take data, store experiments. Open this up. Collect data, restore. Collect data, restore. Take data, take data. Okay. So that should be a lovely bit of science, right? I mean, what data have we got here? 9, 6, yeah, like, that's, I mean, like, it's not a billion, but, like, you know, the material studies and that are gonna be good. Yeah, like, 19 science, just about. I'll take that. Okay, well, in the meantime, let's, So we want to come in at a decent angle, so let's go, just go, like, here, I guess, and then we'll just point retrograde and burn. So, yeah, let's just do this. Because that should give us enough to, yeah, not land going kind of hypersonic. But also, you know, just have a very reasonably normal descent. I kind of want to see if we can aim for... We're not going to be able to hit the KSC, unfortunately. As awesome as that would be. We're just going to land in the water again. And we get pretty close. Maybe we can aim for one of those islands? No, we won't have the Delta V. But we'll get not too far off, I reckon. We had to see the KSC at the very least. Okay, well, with that done, all our experiments collected. Yep. 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 Okay. Let's, let's wait till we're in the atmosphere so we can kind of, like, stage it last second. So that way it looks cooler. We just wait till we start getting the atmospheric heating. And then, eventually, okay. Let's go. Oh, wait, I thought I moved it. Did I not move this? Wait, what? Oh, shit. Well, that's not good, is it? Did I forget to move the... Did I just move the heat shield and not the decoupler? Okay, well, worst comes to worst, I can jettison the heat shield, I guess. Hopefully we don't lose McBall to, like, the exact same mistake. That would be very embarrassing. You know, we're just gonna have to do this, and then, yeah, there we go. Hope that this slows us down enough. Without burning it to a crisp. I think the temperature looks like it might be going down a bit, though. Okay, so, yeah. Well, we're fine, right? Yeah, exactly. Welcome to the chat. I'm sure we'll be completely fine. In fact, we are. We are. We didn't make the same mistake twice. The same one that cost us Bob. Dear. Oh, okay, that actually... Ah, the landing got us there. Okay, well, that's nice. So that contract's done. Deary me. Well, we should have some nice science from this. Not quite as much as the first, because I forgot to run the mystery goo in the on the launch pad, but I think that's like 5 science or something, so I don't think we're gonna be missing it too much. There we go. And I need to make sure to put the decoupler in the right place the next time, so we don't try to land without a heat shield. That would be problematic to do again. Oops. Okay. There you go, 100 science. I mean, that's pretty good for what we got. So we can grab... Let's see. We could grab, like, one of these. I mean, EVA science is really good. But I feel we need better rockets. I feel we need, like, some kind of flight control, for instance. I mean, yeah, like, having 2 Kerbals would be very nice. Having some kind of, like, fairing would be awesome, but I don't think we're there yet. I think that's not till, yeah, advanced construction that we get that. But that would be great to have once we get there. And that does require this anyway. Let's see what our next contract is. It's to do a flyby of the Mun. Okay, and we can do that, right? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if our current one can do that, because our current one has quite a bit of, like, Delta V and stuff. Although, how much does that rocket cost? 14k, okay. I want to upgrade this so we can make bigger rockets. Or we go for this, and then we actually have, like, proper orbital info. I want bigger rockets because I want to have to eyeball a flyby of the Mun. I think that would be quite fun. Tested a coupler, landed at Curvin. Okay, easy peasy. I'll do that in the part of the next launch. Okay, so we need to decide what we get next. If we're going to the Mun, that will get us a bunch more science. But we probably don't need EVA science just because we're obviously going to do a later Mun missions anyway where we can get that. Like, this is just going to be a flyby. Flight control would be nice so that we could actually have like a pilot Kerbal. Because we get 2-seat capsules. We don't need aviation. Aviation, I wouldn't be surprised that's one of the last. I mean, we might do that to like grab another launch site or something, or if we have like a contract for it. Struts would be very nice because that gives us auto strut. And obviously this is nice because it's more rocketry, right? Like we get the Terrier, which I think's a very efficient engine. We get we get stuff. We get stuff. Bigger fuel tank. I mean, I think we have to go for that, right? Let's go grab that, and I guess flight control. I mean, this construction again, auto strut would be nice, but I would like to have some stability, and being able to like. This would allow us to use non-gimbaled engines for our first stages, basically. So I think that's what we go with to start. And then look, where are we? Kerbin. We got stuff. Okay. Anything else that we can do? That's the run test while we're like in the upper atmosphere, I suppose. I guess that's for re-entry, right? Like it seems rather specific, but I think we might be able to do that. But I'd rather just go do that Muna flyby. So let's go grab. Oh, we did upgrade the VAB already. We don't have any like big contracts that we could take on yet that would like pay us a bunch. Do we? Hang on, am I stupid? Do we have a bunch of big contracts that would pay us a bunch? Did I miss something? Like, the advance on these just isn't all that great, really. I mean, this is just slap a decoupler on the side of it. I guess I can do that. Yeah, okay. I'll slap a single decoupler on the side of our Mun ship. That works. That works for me. Okay. I mean, so do we use the same one again? I mean, yeah, I kind of want to. Like, getting a flyby of the Mun would be quite nice. I guess we can, like, improve upon this now. We can add, we can make this, like, the R3C. A pilot would be nice. However, I think it's time for a new one, right? I think we go for the P, and we put a parachute on it. And, like, this by itself, because now we actually have, reaction wheels, we can, just put a few in the service bay and control it like that. So we'll have that as our entry. Then let's do the service bay. So I believe the door is here on this one. So we're actually going to want to go that way. No, we don't need a decoupler, that's right, because this has a built-in decoupler. We go this way, and then we don't need to decouple it, right? I mean, because it's a oh, it's a ball. But we can. I think that's what's important. Yeah. Why did I just put a decoupler on it? I'm stupid. Here we go. Service bay, and then the science. Junior. So let's go get. So we're gonna want some of. I can grab auto strap, but that's fine. I want some of this, I guess that's fine for now. We also put like a battery in there. Maybe a couple actually. Yeah, sure. We can go like this. Nah, 2 should be enough. And then we're gonna put in some science. So we're gonna want a mystery goo, obviously. So we'll do that there, and then raise it so we can see it. We want a barometer, so put that like there, and a thermometer, so we'll put that like there. And then I can just make these, these can all go conduct material study, toggle, observe, log, crew report. Okay. And then we're going to want a little maneuvering engine. So I guess this, and then the Terrier's more effective, right? It's got better thrust. I mean, it's more expensive, obviously, but it's got a better ISP. Yeah. So I mean, that would get us what in a vacuum, 1 kilometer per second. I mean, we could go a bit more, right? We could have like one of these. We could go like. It'd be quite a slow burn, but I'm sure we could go like. 113 seconds. That's not that bad. That still gives us a decent TWR. I think we do that. So this will be our upper stage. We're gonna need some decent fins on the bottom so that we don't collapse, but that's fine. We'll deal with that when it comes to it. What are the different options here anyway? Okay, I mean I quite like this one. Could also go like that. Make it evil. Make it white though. Yeah. Okay. Next stage we want our, so this is our like orbital stage. Next stage we're gonna want a couple of these, I suppose. Let me turn on rigid attachment as well. Make these a little bit more stable, hopefully. Up the stack. Rigid attachment, sure, and then in here make sure that rigid attachment, okay. So in this case we're probably going to want a swivel, right? Because it's got gimbal, and like this is a decent amount of like delta V TWR in atmosphere. And I wouldn't mind adding like a couple of these little fins here just for like stability. Because now we don't have to worry about like a very strict parts budget. We just can't make mega ships yet, which is perfectly fine. That's right, we needed that decoupler, don't we? Which needs to be tested. It's the 38K. And this will need to be tested while we're orbiting Kerbin. So I can do like that, I guess. Do I have a, I mean, I don't have any solar panels, so I don't have any way of, actually, that doesn't matter. I will go, like, I don't have any tiny tanks, that's kind of sad. What's something radial I can attach? I guess, like a, No, that's just going to create too much drag. I mean, I'll just put the decoupler on by itself. Later on, in a future mission, I want to drop off a satellite so I have something to, like, dock to later on for a future contract I know will come up. Okay, so there we go. So this will just, like, fire off itself, basically. It's kind of useless, but, you know, it's for a contract. So I'll just put that, like, here, I guess. I mean, there. This one will, okay, I need to enable staging on that one, don't I? Yep. Okay, because, yeah, that one, where is it? This one and this one. There. And then this one and this one here. Okay, and now we can do the, launch stage, the lower stage. So I mean, like, we could go with this, right? Make sure that's all rigidly attached. So, oh, that wasn't rigidly attached, my goodness. Okay, rigid, 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 and rigid. Okay. So So I think our best engine right now is the Valiant. And this has like, sorry, the Reliant. This is the most thrust, right? So we'll go with this, with a boat tail, because it looks neat. And that will burn out in, yeah, 101 seconds, which is fine, because we're gonna have, where is it? How much TWR does that give us? 0.98. That's not a lot, but we can that's not enough, but we can compensate. We can have one of these, 4 of these actually. We still don't have fuel lines, which is a shame. I love using fuel lines. But then we can have 2 boosters like this. We can actually have radial boosters now. And they can be at full throttle and everything. And we can have aerodynamic nose cones on them. Okay, there we go. I mean, like, this isn't awful, right? I feel this is fine. Just move that to the same stage and move that below that. I mean, that will give us a TWR of 0.95, and yeah, that will be positive. 1.49. That will be positive. And then I guess I can just go, like, put on an extra, like there. There we go. I mean, that's not bad, right? I feel that works. Make this the R5. Oh, is it the R4? Or did we, well, the last one, it's the R4, that's right. Okay, and now we can have McBall and Jeb. Alright. I want to keep Jeb for, like, testing stupid things, actually. We'll have Val. We'll have Val. This doesn't seem terribly stupid. Okay, now we have that custom group. We do also want abort, which is going to be, like, decouple and deploy. And then I guess shut down all of these engines. Let's see. Shut down. Shut down. Shut down, though, I don't think that works. And then also decouple, therefore. Okay. I feel that's good. Yeah, maybe this will get us to the moon. Does this have a alternator? No. Okay. I'm gonna pack some more batteries then, actually. I don't want to run out of electric charge in this. So we go like that. I mean, that should be good, right? That'll be more than enough electric charge. And yeah, I think the rest of it's fine, really. Yeah. Okay. Let's go launch. Because I don't have any other cargo parts, do I? Yeah, no. No EVA science yet. Alright, staging's all good. That looks fine to me. Ah, no, I wanted these, here. That's right. Are these actually... Yeah, those are straight. Okay. Let me make sure I have rigid attachment on this. Okay. Let's launch. Okay, being able to use SAS. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Alright, let's go. Okay, it hasn't fallen over yet. That's a great sign. Love it when that happens. Seeing like a little bit of, yeah, little bit of wobble. But, you know, that's fine. I didn't do the thingy on the launch pad again, but that's fine. What contracts did it have? It was... Oh, I didn't test a decoupler. I'll do that next launch. I mean, that's just putting a decoupler underneath it, right? Okay. There's our staging complete. That's good. No disaster yet. And we got an alright TWR on that, so that's fine. Seems a lot more stable without the, that thrust of that huge, SRB. Okay, I don't wanna go, I wanna keep burning like this for now, though. I don't wanna follow like an ICBM trajectory just yet. We're out of the thickest parts of the atmosphere at least, so our burning should be fine. But I do wanna kind of steepen things a little. So I don't think our periapsis is quite high. I'm not comfortable with that only being 33, 35. So staging. Alright, and okay, and it doesn't tip over. Awesome sign. Very good sign. Okay. I think we can just kind of burn upwards now. I mean, that's like the lower stage done. This is our yeah. Okay, we should be able to just point prograde now, because we're basically out of the drag of the atmosphere. Let's go see if there's any more, just open this for a second. See if there's any more, that's enough thrust for now. Any more of this goo to observe? Yeah, 0.2, love it. Okay. Well, we should be in orbit very soon. And then there we can circularize and, go on. So let's get up to orbit. And actually, just before we do, did we grab an EVA report? Yeah, we did upper atmosphere, okay. Okay, so I'll actually have to fly to do that. I mean, that's fine with me. Because then I can go conduct another study there while I collect, restore, observe, and then collect, restore, keep, collect, restore, close. Okay. Well, there we go. You know what? We'll let Val go on a spacewalk as well. There you go, Val. Feel the Kerbals have to experience it, you know? Alright. That out of the way. Let's get, pointing prograde and let's burn. Because we want to circularize. And I think this stage will bring us just short, which is good, because it means that this won't just be abandoned in orbit, because don't like leaving junk there. So, let's go. Alright, and yeah, so that will just fall harmlessly into the ocean, if it doesn't burn up in space. So now we use the orbital stage. So yeah, look at that. We'll be circularized shortly, and we can start eyeballing a trajectory to the moon. And I say eyeballing because that is effectively what I'll be doing, right? Like we're on about the same inclination as it. I mean, it's equatorial, we're equatorial. We're just gonna like point at it, really. That's like the whole plan. And okay, orbit. Good. Yeah, so that doesn't regen. Okay, and that's fine. So let's you know what, let's just point at I'm gonna guess that it'll be like here-ish. And if we're wrong, we can just like time warp a bit. I think we'll have enough thrust to do this, and we only need to like kiss its SOI, and then maybe steal a free return from it. Maybe. A free return, for those that don't know, is where we're going to kind of come in front of the Mun here. And so we're going to come out. It'll be like here. We swing around. We grab the... We get we lose delta V, actually. We get massively decelerated, right? Because by like 500 meters a second. Like, because the Mun's... or I can't remember how much. Basically, it will pretty much bring us almost to a D-orbit. Because we're just going to go against the Mun. Okay, so that doesn't actually bring us into contact with the Mun. And that's fine, right? We have enough delta V to do adjustments, so let's see how. Okay, we were too slow. I mean, okay, what we can do there then is we can basically just go point. Is it this way? Yeah, let's point this way and see what happens. Is that not going to bring it? Or does it not tell us that we're going to kiss the Mun? Ah! Okay, it didn't actually tell us. Okay. Well, this will definitely bring us in... this has brought us in contact with the Mun. Or near it. I forget that it doesn't actually predict. Okay, well, that's good enough for me. We're going to grab... We're going to grab all our science now. Because this will be a nice bit of science. Yeah, like 25 from that material. And then we'll go get you to do an EVA report and grab your observations. Shame it's so dark, because I think it'd be a very pretty view. Anyway, collect, restore, and then take, and I think that's, oh wait, take, store. Did I grab an EVA report? Well, I have now. No, I already did grab an EVA report. Well, that's fine. We close that, and so we want to be burning relative to Kerbin. We want to actually exit this way. So let's exit that way. And that should, when we get exited out of the... Yeah, there we go. That will be a bit high, though. So we're actually going to want to burn kind of prograde once we get to our apoapsis. Oh, or we could... Okay, I missed that, but that's fine. We're just going to burn like this then, because we want to kind of go... That's a little too high. We want to go like 35 or something. I think would be good. 45 works. Because we're going to be coming in pretty quick. And we saw what can happen, what goes wrong if we come in too quick. So now we need to be at, let's open this again, because we're actually going to need to activate it through staging when we're at 150 kilometers. So, where's Kerbin? There's Kerbin. No, that's not Kerbin. That's Kerbin. So we just kind of get ready. This has been going 2 days. Okay, so they've had a couple days in here. That's 800. Okay, yeah. So we're still fine. And once we get within like 300, I'll just stop time warping. I mean, this is enough, right? This is enough. Okay. This should be enough to tick down, and then I can stop shortly. Oh, it's got to be orbit though, doesn't it? Okay. Is that orbit? We're not in orbit. Ah, well that's an issue. Okay. I'll have to do that, I think I'll have to do that next time. Oh, hello. Welcome to chat. Okay, I think I'll have to orbit this. I mean, I'll fire it now. But yeah, that didn't count because we're not in orbit. Silly me. I'll have to do that next flight. Well, anyway, we've burned all of that, so let's, we can just, close that, and then we'll just, we'll wait till we're in the atmosphere before we ditch it, so it actually deorbits. Okay. Okay, and now, there we go. So that should give us some pretty fireworks to watch. Maybe. Oh, there we go. There we go indeed. Meanwhile, this is just gonna re-enter orbit and hopefully not burn. Because that's the last thing we want to happen. I just gotta hope that we don't land on mountains because, I mean, I guess that's why we have parachutes, right? Because, yeah, landing on the side of a mountain in this is kind of rough. We're actually gonna re-enter orbit. Okay. Never mind. I guess I didn't make the apoapsis low enough. Okay. So once we're back in space, we just loop around and do it again. But as you can see, we massively reduced our apoapsis, so we should enter. We will re-enter next time. Be almost certain of it. Okay. And here we go. And apart from staging the parachute, I've got zero control of any of this. So I suppose we'll see how it goes when we deploy. Oh, right above the KSC. They'll get a nice view of us. This should land us in the water, I reckon. Although it might... I'd be surprised if it lands us exactly on that spot. Because we don't overfly much land at all. Be impressed if we did. But it's not something I'm particularly worried about. Yeah, so as you can see, that apoapsis has dropped below 70, so we are re-entering. And we're not going back up. And there we go. There's a non-zero chance we hit that. I think we overfly it, but I mean, very well could hit it. Which, okay, we got a lot of ablator, that's good. Okay, no, we do in fact overfly it. Makes it easier because water landings are definitely the easier thing to do in this. Because there's just no mountains, especially in this ball with no SAS. Yeah. It being a ball is makes for some interesting landing experiences. Oh. Okay, I don't know what that freeze was. That had me worried for a sec. Alright, let's deploy the chute. Okay, and that's a good enough speed to land at. So yeah, we just have to return this, and that'll be this contract done. And then we'll have to try these ones at a different mission. Although they should be fairly easy, right? That's just an orbit, but I just need to make sure we stage it on the way up instead of the way down. There we go. Alright, let's recover that. And we've at least seen the mun with our own eyes. The little ball one looks cute. I agree. I do like using, like, once I have some kind of stability, I do like using the little ball. It's a fun little lander. It's a fun little land. That's a lot of money. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we can actually have patched codics now. Thank goodness. Thank goodness indeed. Okay, let's see. Plant flag on the mun. I mean, yeah, of course. Explore Curvin. So we got a rendezvous 2 vessels. And test our hammer. Okay. I can test that. Haul a landing gear into orbit of the Mun. That's a bit strange. They want to fly by the Mun. I don't want to take tourists on a flyby of the Mun just yet. Okay. Well, we do have... So, we got a couple things at the launch site we can just get done for free. We got this, which is just remember to bring it in orbit with me. This, which is, we'll get around to this eventually, but that's nice to have a contract for. And, well, this is the world's first, so we always do that. So next up, I guess, is a, next up we gotta do an orbital rendezvous. So what do we park next to each other? I mean, I guess we just launched, like, 2 orbital rockets, right? I'd say so. Oh, we could spend our science, though. So, EVA experiments kit would be good, but we know getting to a Mun orbit would give us, getting to a Mun orbit would definitely give us, so we just make a Mun orbiter, I guess, and that would give us enough science to make an EVA kit. Having general construction would be nice. Fuel systems obviously would be quite nice, so would heavy rocketry. I mean, all of this would be nice, right? This is the kind of stuff that we would be getting to if I wasn't playing at 50% science. We're going to need space exploration to do a landing, I think. Yes, I think so. Or landing, I guess. I mean, landing would make it easier, but we will need at least one. I think it's landing that we'll need. So we will need that. But not quite yet. I guess, I mean, an EVA experiments kit would get us more science. And like a decent bit more. And it gives us adapters, separators, drop docking ports. I mean, we don't need that quite yet. I think having struts would be very nice. Having propulsion systems would be lovely, because that gives us way more options. Landing we obviously will need. This is a tough one. So many things that I'd kind of want at this stage of the game. I'd say... I don't think we're, like, hurting for engines at the moment. Like, heavy rocketry. Like, ones for satellites would be nice, but we don't have solar panels, so there's not really... Until we get this, there's not really any point in having satellite ones. I mean, advanced flight control gives us a Mark II command pod, which is nice, but we don't really have any in the way of Mark II parts, so that wouldn't really help us all that much. Obviously, fuel systems would be lovely, because that gives us just a lot of extra options. It's not something we need, like, we won't live without either. Advanced construction, obviously that's fairing, so that would be really good. This gives us struts, which is pretty huge. But that's kind of all it really gives us that we'll need. I think we can make do without struts. This we obviously don't want, because that's just jets. As much as I love jets, they're just not really useful in Korea. I'd say probably, I'd say I think we're gonna want to do, I'm just looking at this, I'm looking at this EVA experiments kit. That would get us a decent bit of science. And probably enough to get, like, another, like, struts or something down the road. But it wouldn't help us do a Mun landing. It would just give us more when we do one. So maybe that's something for, like, a second Mun landing. Because I don't think we have a, like, any other landing gears, do we? Let's see. Oh, sorry. Legs. Oh, we do have the we have the micro ones, but they're so small, like a little rough to use. But we can make that work at least. So we can have a small lander. In which case, I think having struts would be lovely. Ooh. Fuel lines would be very good for, like, asparagus staging. I mean, this in general would be good, right? Like, it gives us a bunch more fuel tank sizes. Gives us just different part sizes in general. Sorry for, like, sitting here scratching my head for so long. I'm kind of lost. I genuinely don't know which one will be better off doing. I mean, this lets us do satellites, but, like, until we get contracts for that, it's not really... I'm kind of just going to be going for manned space missions. I guess we can go, we got to do a rendezvous, right? Let's just do a rendezvous. And if we're doing a rendezvous, we could do an EVA experiments kit, which would just give us, like, a bit of science. I think that's what we do. Let's do that. Asparagus staging, though. Exactly. I mean, we're not making anything big enough that we need asparagus staging. And, like, I do like using SRBs. Might be good to set up a simple comsat on a polar orbit. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like, that wouldn't hurt at all, actually. That would be quite nice. Or even just setting up a few comsats. And that would give us power for future... I think we will need this anyway for a moon landing, right? Because we do need a we would want a solar panel and, like, enough batteries. I think that's what we have to do. But launching it's going to be a bit of a pain because we don't have fairings. I think we get this because it also leads to fairings, and fairings are pretty important for launching those. And also, it's going to be closer to getting our next one of these anyway. Yeah, I'm doing it. I want auto struts. Okay. Sorry for being cowardly, but I want my struts. Surface samples would be good, but I'll I think I can do those later on. Where's this again? Oh, okay, so this lets us, like, buy extra... Okay. Well, yeah, this lets us buy extra science with funds. I mean, that's kind of neat. Not something we need, but that's neat to know. That sells science, and this same for reputation. Okay. Alright. Let's go make a... And we just need, like, we just need the simple orbiter, right? That's all we really need. Let's just make an improved version of our orbiter. In fact, we can probably just make an improved version of the R3. Because all this really has to do is, it doesn't even need science. All it has to do is just reach, you know, reach orbit. Where's our heat shield? Our heat shield's there, but that's right, because I had to couple it. I mean, we're getting rid of this anyway. And we'll empty this of... In fact, we can just empty... We don't even need that in general. So we'll go R3C for this. Auto strut, my beloved. Yeah. That's so good. That's so good. I love it. I love it. Love it to bits. It just means I'm just not a big fan of wobbly rockets. It's kind of like, it was one of the things I was looking forward to for KSP2 was they said they'd get rid of it, and then they didn't, and then KSP2 just exploded. But I was hoping for non-wobbly rockets, and I was kind of disappointed. Okay, now you actually need to go on... Where are we? You actually need to go on decouplers, right? But since we don't have crazy restrictive part limits, put these up here, put this down here, Because now this can actually, we can let this just burn out first, right? So let's go there. Oh. We can actually put proper fins on this now, which is nice. I'll swap that round. Okay. That'll have about 16 seconds. That's good. It doesn't even need to be a swivel, actually. This can just be a... still no subscribe option. Hi, Donut. Welcome to chat. Wait, I'm not a, what's the word? Affiliate, I think, yet? I've only done... This is my 4th stream. So after this one, I should be. But yeah, can't do that yet. Yeah, welcome to chat. We started a new career mode, and we're heading for the we're doing the contract where you rendezvous to craft an orbit. And Bob died on re-entry on our first orbital mission. Okay, so we're gonna want a test the decoupler at site and a hammer booster. Okay. But Bob yeah. Bob did not survive re-entry, unfortunately. We came in way too fast, and the heat shield wasn't quite in the right place. But it happens. It happens. You know, we live with it. We have who's outcoming right now? We have McBall replacing him. We can. Oh no, sorry. Can't we just if it was an unmanned flight, I would, but I'm doing my evil rule of can't like revert manned flights. That way there's consequences for us failing Bob. Okay, so that there, and then I think this one will burn out first, so I want this one here. That should get us that contract. That's a hammer, yep. And tested a decoupler landed at Kerbin. Okay. I mean, sure. Here we go. Just offset that a bit. Okay. I think this should be fine for just reaching orbit. Was that already called the R3C? No, okay. And this just needs to reach orbit and basically do nothing else. So, I think it should be fine for that. Let's make sure everything's strutted up. So just unlock struts, and I'm, back to my auto-strutting ways. Sick of the rockets wobbling. Okay. And this will probably be the last mission I do today, because I do have some commitments today. I have to, or some errands I have to run and whatnot. But this will be 2 launches, so you should still get some content out of it. This will probably have way too much Delta V, but, you know, it's to complete a bunch of contracts, so, oh, okay. I mean, that's to be expected. Okay, well, let's, I should be like, yeah, 2 contracts done. Just make sure we're pointing up here. Okay. Goodness. My goodness, it's a very fast rocket. Here we go. Let's get to the let's make that about 80. Okay. So that should get us to our orbit at about 3 minutes, I want to say. So we'd need to get it where it's about 4 minutes before it overflies. Something like that. I can also... I did get rid of the thrust limiter, okay. Alright, and let's circularize. Get that burn done. Let's reach actual apoapsis. And now we circularize. This, yeah, had way more delta V than it needed, I fear. But it's fine. Oh, okay, no, that wasn't... I actually wanted to do way less than that. Oh. Well, that's gonna be space junk that I'll have to clean up. It's a shame. Oh well. Let's get that down to like 80 something. And then here we're just gonna circularize. So this is the apoapsis. We want to bring the periapsis up. Okay, there we go. That's good. Okay, now Jeb, you wait there. We're going to send a friend to come meet you. Well, that's what the contract says. So Space Center. Oh, sorry, I didn't see your earlier message. MTC stream when? That could be a fun idea. Yeah, soon, I guess. Let's see. We're gonna grab, I guess, the same rocket, but instead of putting the, I don't think we need the hammer boosters on it this time. And instead I can put a radial decoupler on there. Oh, wrong removal. We won't need that, obviously. We won't need this. And instead I can just go chuck a decoupler on here because a contract wants us to put a decoupler into a, like, stage a decoupler in a very high orbit. Actually, no, I still don't have, solar panels. Okay, well, no use making a probe then. Although I do want to swap this out with a Terrier, because the Terrier is just a direct upgrade. There we go. Oh. Okay. That works for me. And then we just make sure we have... Yep, Val. Okay. Alright, let's, Did I take the monopropellant out? I did. Good. Let's go. Okay, and I guess... Oh, can I... Is that not... Okay, there we go. Alright, without further ado, let's go. I probably should have waited, shouldn't I? Oh well. It'll just take us a bit longer to get a good orbit. or to get a, whatever it's called. Intercept. Rendezvous, that's the word. Rendezvous. This seems like a much cleaner gravity turn, though it's probably way too steep. No, a little bit maybe. Seems fine. Oops. Can I still get to orbit anyway? Yeah, so I accidentally staged both engines, I feel. That's not good. I don't think I'll be able to get to orbit with this, though. Oh wait, Val can actually do that. Okay. We'll see what my speed looks like. Probably not, though. I don't think I just straight up don't think the number's high enough. It's a shame. But, you know, that's fine. Val can just try again. Should have checked, always check your staging or you'll end up with that. Yeah, nope. That's fine. Alright, Val, here you go. One of the quickest space flights we've had, because not stopping to do any science or anything. Alright. Alright, and just come in for a landing. Try to make this quick. Alright, well, we'll just try that landing again, except this time I think we just time warp a little bit so that, Val's in the right place. Oh, sorry, Jeb's in the right place for Val to dock to. But, you know, accidents happen, and that's why this one was less troublesome than Bob's accident. So, I'll take it. I'll certainly take it. I guess I can just relaunch the exact same rocket, right? It was the R3D. Okay. R3D with Val. Launch. And then I just need to make sure I edit the staging so that I don't fire an unstaged engine, or I don't stage an engine before. I don't stage two engines at the same time. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm fairly sure that was the issue. But let's see. Yep. Yeah, there you go. This one just staged way too early. It's a shame. Oh well. Let's try that again. Let's wait till can we not actually see Jeb? That's kind of worrying. Why can't we see Jeb? Is Jeb alive? Jeb is alive. Oh well. We'll see. I guess we'll see once we're in orbit, huh? Let's go. That's so weird. I think I might have to go to the tracking station after we reach orbit. Well, anyway, this gravity turn should get us into an okay It's looking fine, I think. And yep, there's the explosion. Okay, what's our apoapsis like? Our apoapsis is fine. Did I not activate this engine? Is this not staged? It's up there? What? Oh, this staging was terrible. Brother, this guy stinks. Didn't even realize I did that. Good grief. Well, we need to get up to 80k anyway, so let's go for like 82. Just point surface till we're clear of the atmosphere. Then we can point orbit again. Perk the first. Yeah, that's probably from the moon emissions. Okay. So now we just head to orbit. I don't know where is this Jeb? Oh well. Let's get the rest of this burnt off, and then we can Is that not... we not there yet? Huh? Oh, okay. I don't know what I staged there. This staging befuddles me. The staging truly befuddles me. We just need to make sure we're out of the atmosphere, and then we can go correct once we're at periapsis. Ah, I can see that there. Okay, so there's Jeb. There's our Jebster. Okay, let's head to the tracking station and figure out what's going on here. Now we'll probably get Jeb to maneuver into... Oh, it's just had everything toggled off. Okay, I see, I see. So that's suborbital. This is... Okay, I mean, this is suborbital anyway, so I'll delete that. Rather than manually deorbit it. That's in flight. Periapsis 48, that will deorbit. This. Periapsis 47, that will deorbit. This one, that will crash itself. Okay. Let's get Jeb here to... Let's get Jeb to dock with her. With Valentina. Because... Let's see. I guess we want him to just get a bit higher then. Let's see, set as target. If I go this way... Probably just adds a bunch more, and then, is that too low for me to... That's too low for me to properly time warp. 271. Okay. So, let me add... Just add an orbit. 5, 6, 7... That should be good, okay. No? Huh? What? Okay. Oh, can I not see... Wait, has it got me trying to... Oh no, she's there. Okay, that's why. She should be catching up to me in orbit, so she should come up behind. When she does, I can kind of make this a little let's see. She'll still be behind me there. So is it if I burn this way that she'll no. Burn this way. No, I don't want to burn any more than that. Or I could alternatively just, like, burn towards her. And then just time it right so I don't enter the atmosphere. Let's see, shall we? Sorry, I've kind of locked in. I realized I haven't been speaking much. That's probably not very helpful, is it? Probably not a very fun watch. So I'm just trying to figure out how to get this done relatively quickly, because she's there. I mean, I could bring and swap to her and bring her up, actually. That's probably the easier way of doing things. Rather than waiting for her to do another, like, full... You know, waiting for her to, like, orbitally lap me. So let's just go burn some progrades. Let's say here for now. That shouldn't be too bad separation, actually. Okay, so we'll go there. And then what we'll do is we'll burn off, like, our relative kind of target velocity. Like this. And then we want to kind of be burning towards Jeb. No, we want to be burning a bit this way then. Then let me just kill off relative velocity. And that should bring us closer. Okay. And then that is enough of an orbit that I can probably swap back to Jeb for, because I want the rest of Val's fuel to be, actually, hang on. We should be... I need the rest of her fuel to deorbit, that's right. So, let's go to Jeb. In fact, I hope that's enough to deorbit. She might have to get out and push, which is kind of tragic. Okay. So, we walk to, like, here, I guess. Apoapsis. And then we just kind of kill off relative velocity. Like this. Okay, and then we just kind of burn a bit towards the target. And that should get us 1.8 kilometers. Okay, that's a pretty good intercept. Because, yeah, at 1.8 kilometers, I can just go, like, retrograde, kill off anti-target. No, sorry. I can just kind of adjust, is it adjust like here, I guess? That should bring us almost on a collision course. Okay, that's good. Oh, we've actually... Okay, that's a successful rendezvous. Okay. Well, let's bring them closer anyway, so we can actually, like, see them. You know? think that's kind of like the whole point, right? You want to like see them next to each other. Oh, gone past, I think. Is that it, or is that something else? No, that's not it. It's too dark. Gotta like neutralize our velocities and get over to the right side of the moon so you can actually see what's going on here. So let's just kind of time warp a bit so we can actually have visual. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, okay. This should be like 100 meters up here. There we go. Okay. We have our first orbital rendezvous. Let's go, that way. And yeah, here we go. And get them both out to say hi. Oh, or maybe not, because that makes the thing spin. Okay, maybe it's best that Jeb just goes home now. But before that, I do want to wait until we're so we're in an orbit and we have that decoupler. We just got to wait till we're above 150 kilometers, which this orbit will take us. And we should be able to... Okay, so now we just activate this through staging. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to deorbit Valentina first, because she might need a push. Let me just unset target. Does that bring us low enough for a... No. But, hang on, if I get her to just keep pointing retrograde, where's Jeb? Jeb, you have some pushing to do as well. Because it might be able to get Jeb's craft to push hers down. Maybe. Or maybe she'll just need a rescue, but I kind of hope that isn't the case. Because that would be something for next stream. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to rendezvous with that. Second thoughts, let's just head that way. Unset. Let's just head back to Kerbin. Okay, that's good. That should be what we want, I think. Something like that. And then we just warp in. And... Wait, whoa. What is going on there? Oh, I must have set some kind of, There you go, okay. I've clearly set some kind of evil, like, yaw or something. Right, let's, nope, still is the case, okay. Alright, let's re-enter. Sadly at night, but at least you'll get to see the beautiful effects from Firefly. Jeb does not care. Not a single thought in that head right now. Alright, you can't tell what we're landing in. Probably water. It's too dark at nights. I think it's water, though. I'll try to do the next landing during the day, although I might not have a choice if Val's getting out and pushing. Jeb sweep indeed. This is not water, okay. It's like the grasslands or something. Let's get an EVA report from you, Jeb. Yeah, there you go. I don't think we have a normal flying over grasslands either. Yeah, okay. And then we'll do the same when we land. That's cool. In fact, since that parachute's deployed now, take store, and then we should just be able to do it as soon as we land. Ooh. Let's cut these ones though, so we don't have to wait quite as long. And I wish there was a bit of a I need to get like a faster physics time warp mod, or just to kind of speed up some of these landings, because like they all the ones that are kind of the routine ones are all a bit samey. Okay. Crew report from grasslands, and Jeb, tell us what it's like on the grasslands. Yeah, you're right. Take that off. There you go. Okay. So I think that's that whatever it's called contract done anyway. I think that's all but the plant flag on the MUN contract, which we weren't trying to go for. Um, what's this? Transfer any crew between vessels. Does that involve being docked, or is that does that's not helpful? I suppose we can do that by sending up a I suppose we can do that by sending up a rescue, because we can just have an extra space in it. Yeah, okay. I hope that doesn't mean like transfer crew in terms of like use a docking port, because I think it does give you that docking contract separately for that. So in that case, let's grab a R4. Let's only put Jeb in it. We can take out the science. This has non-science stuff in it though, so we don't want to take that out. Okay, and then we auto-strut it. Well, RP1 rockets are deafening. It's a community bit with boosted. I thought it isn't. RP1s. Why am I blanking completely on that? Am I? Oh, like the rocket. Okay, the rocket fuel. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm completely blanked on that. Apologies. Yeah, they I'd imagine them to be quite loud. I don't know. I'd hope to see I do hope to see a rocket launch in person one day. I think that'd be fun. Oh, realistic progression. Ah, okay. I thought you were talking about. Okay, I see. No, I haven't actually got that one. So I wouldn't know. Sorry, I had to quickly Google what RP1 was and thought that's what you meant. Deary me. All right. Where was Autostrut? The fuel name confused me at first too. Okay, cool. Well, glad to know I'm not stupid then. Well, okay, maybe I am. It's whatever. Okay. R4A with Jeb. I mean, it doesn't need quite as much stuff, but it's getting as much stuff because I want to get Val home. And possibly transfer her between crew if this counts. So, or transfer crew. You know what I mean. Alright. So after I get Val, I will close up the stream. Because I do have stuff I want to not want to, I need to do today. But let's not let's not let's not get too ahead of ourselves. All right. She is like there. Let's wait till she's in a slightly better position, which I think maybe like just coming over the horizon. Yeah, that should be good. A little bit more because she's actually quite high up in orbit. Yeah. Okay. There you go. She'd just be over the horizon now. So let's launch. So we're gonna go there for now should be good. That's probably a bit much of a good turn actually. I think maybe like here would be better. But it's whatever. We're getting out of the thicker part of the atmosphere anyway. We're just in it for a little bit longer, but we have so much thrust. This is the rocket that could do a Muna flyby. With this will be fine. Okay, those didn't crash together. Interesting. I guess we just keep on burning up. This isn't a lot of thrust on this stage because it is a oh no, there's a bit, but it's quite a big rocket and not a huge engine for this size of rocket, so not a particularly fast descent. Any crew to any vessel from another mission in orbit. Okay, good, so we don't have the dock. That's good. I was slightly worried about that, but this should actually get us it. And yeah, definitely planned and wasn't at all just a result of me fucking up. Okay, well that's the lower stage burn. Upper stage now, a little bit wobbly for a sec because yeah, it's got this on top, but we'll be fine. I think now's actually a good enough time to just point orbital prograde. We're far enough out of the atmosphere. I think we can just like, let's see. Let's set Val as our target. Oh, that's gonna be a. Oh, I think I timed that very well actually. Okay, if I do say so myself. Yeah, we'll need to do some more orbital maneuvering, but that shouldn't be too bad. Not bad at all. Okay, there we go. I didn't mean to be in target mode, but I suppose I am. That's fine. I just want to be in... no, 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 no. No, 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 no. I want to be in orbit mode right now. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So once we circularize, we can worry about, like target burns and all that. But we actually need to be in orbit first before we do any of that. What's our minus 100? So we should nearly be there. Okay, well now we're close enough. Let's just burn target retrograde, I guess. We kill off our velocity relative. And then we can just start burning towards. As that far as that? 6 kilometers? I mean that's good, but let's we can do better than that. How's that? 12? We can do better. Just go for like a very kilometer should be good. And then we'll just wait till we're there. We'll burn off all of our relative retrograde as soon as we're there. And that should bring us basically to like a near collision course. And it's during the day as well, so we can actually see what's going on. So where are we? We're close, but we're not there yet. Aha, there we go. Perfect. Oh. Just kill off this velocity then. Okay, and I think she needs to get in that door. So let's leave that one pointing the right way, and okay. And now Val can EVA. Where are we? Val can EVA and get on board. And get to that door, right? Yeah, that's the door. There we go. Alright, that's the contract done. Okay, good stuff. We can transfer back to this, rename it, we'll just go debris. And then we can just unset that as orbit. Unset that as target even. Okay, and then as for orbit, let's wait till we get round to the sunrise. That way it's not so miserable to do a landing. Oh, I still have that, okay. That's quite funny. I still have that, that thing I needed to fire off into space. That I, already had done. Okay, wait till we're in atmosphere and then just burn off all the rest of this stuff. Of this, fuel. Delta V, there we go, that's the word I'm looking for. You can open that and fire this off as well. There you go. And this should just give us a bit of a calmer. There you go. And then we'll wait till the last second before we sorry, I'll wait till we start actually burning up in the atmosphere. And as soon as Firefly kicks in, alright, let's go. Yeah, that way we get to watch both of them. Ah, that was too far away. It's a shame. Oh well. Let's do this landing now. And no mountains to worry about rolling down. I should probably make an actual, like, landing frame for the like an actual, is it Soyuz or Vostok lander, whichever one it is, where it actually keeps the base plate on so it can land on ground. But, you know, for when we have Delta V to choose to land in the ocean, I think we would be fine. Alright. Well, there we go. So that's the parachute done, and in a second... Oh yeah, Val's happy. Jeb doesn't really care. Never seems to. Alright, in a second, where are we? And there we go. Awesome. Let's recover that then. Okay, so I'm afraid that's all we're gonna have time for today. Yeah, I do, as I said earlier, I do have to go run some errands, meet up with some people, all that. But I hope you've all enjoyed the stream. Let's just check. Did we get any science from that? Or do we have enough science kind of mulling around to get something? I don't think so. I think everything here is 90. And this is just not worth it for now. Yeah, okay. So next stream we're going to be, yeah, orbiting the Mun, go on an orbital spacewalk near the Mun. Yeah, that seems pretty good. But that's for next time. Oh, and bring a Munstone with us. Yeah, we'll grab that as well. Let's make sure we've saved it. Okay, well, that's gonna be all from me today. I hope you've had a great stream, and yeah, take care, everyone. Have a good day.